The coelacanth is a modern-day relative of ancient boneless fish. They have unique and primitive features compared to modern fish. The quest to find a living coelacanth was both long and difficult. The first documented coelacanth was discovered by a South African museum curator named Miss Courtenay Latimer in 1938. Occasionally, a local fisherman named Captain Hendrik Goosen would bring his catch to shore. Miss Latimer would visit him to collect new and exotic specimens. In the December of 1938, she visited him to see if there was any interesting specimens. After looking through the piles of dead fish in the boat, she stumbled upon an iridescent blue-green fin sticking out of it. Under the pile, she found a large slime-covered fish with an interesting lower fin set that looks like a pair of legs. After she brought it back to the museum, she decided to contact an ichthyologist friend named J.L.B. Smith. Smith, at the time, was on vacation and was unable to see the fish before it decomposed. After a teaching career, he decided to pursue the discovery of another fish. He searched around the east coast of Africa to find it. Smith talked to multiple fishermen who caught them off the east coast of the Koromos Islands. One day, he gets a telegram saying that a specimen was caught and killed on one of the islands. Using a military plane, Smith was able to see the specimen before it totally decomposed. This was in 1952, 13 years after his obsession started. Smith wrote about his experiences in his book Old Four Legs. He sadly ended up killing himself in 1968 after dealing with a lifelong illness. Smith's work on the coelacanth inspired many people to investigate the ancient species further. In 1986, a German ethologist named Hans Frick was the first person to film coelacanths in their natural habitat off the coast of the Comoros. He was inspired by reading Smith's book Old Four Legs when he was younger. Surprisingly, in 1997, coelacanths were captured off the coast of Indonesia by Berkeley doctoral student Mark V. Erdman. This population of fish had a significantly different genome compared to the Comorian coelacanth. The coelacanth is known today as one of the greatest ecological studies of the 20th century. The coelacanth is one of the most unique animals that is currently around on this planet today. The coelacanth is no ordinary fish. It is composed of biological traits from both modern and ancient creatures. The external anatomy of the coelacanth is extremely strange. It has 4 feet-like fins that are located on the ventral side of the animal. At first, scientists thought that the feet were used for crawling around on the ocean floor, but observations by Hans Frick found that they were just unique fins inherited from their ancient ancestors. The fish is also covered in a thick layer of iridescent scales which create a shimmering effect while the fish is swimming. The fish ranges from about 4 to 5 feet in length, and this large size allows it to be a successful predator. The diet of the coelacanth ranges from squid to small sharks. The fish is able to eat large prey due to its unique hinged jaw structure. The upper jaw of the animal can expand to allow the consumption of larger prey. The internal anatomy of the fish is just as interesting as the exterior. The small brain of the fish is located behind a specialized intracranial joint. This joint is usually only found in boneless primitive fish. Unknown to modern creatures is the coelacanth's rostral organ. This organ is a jelly-filled cavity located on the snout of the fish. It is hypothesized to detect the electrical impulses of their prey. The eyes of the fish are photosensitive. This allows the coelacanth to see very well in a dark ocean. This eye adaptation combined with the rostral organ makes the coelacanth a formidable deep-sea predator. Unlike modern fish, the coelacanth has a skeleton made of cartilage with a flexible oil-filled notochord. The notochord is a flexible and fibrous hollow spine found on many primitive fish. Another strange feature of the coelacanth is its swim bladder. Instead of a swim bladder filled with gas, the coelacanth uses a fat-filled sac to keep its neutral buoyancy. The neutral buoyancy allows the fish to do its signature underwater tricks such as a facial headstand. The interesting physiology of the coelacanth adds to its interesting 400 million year old history. There are 2 living species of coelacanth. There are the Latimeria chalumnae and the Latimeria menadonensis. Scientists thought that the species went extinct over 50 million years ago, but their ancestors must have survived deep in the ocean. The coelacanth is genetically related to lungfish and tadpoles, but it also possessed a hearing structure similar to that of early land-based animals. Over 500 specimens have been documented around the Comoros in Indonesia, but due to the low numbers, the fish has been classified as an endangered species. The discovery of coelacanth has created a wild ride for scientists throughout the 20th and 21st century, but the surface of this species has just been scratched.